What's going on? Are you over 40? You're tired of, working for somebody else's, right? Like I was, right? And working on in construction all these years. And at some point, you just gotta, your body tells you, it's time to move on. You know, I think for us, divorce, now obviously now in different situation, right? Better situation. When it's our time to rebuild, it's our time. It's our time. Sometimes guys like us, we we sell ourselves too short, and they say, no, you know what? But at some point, you gotta say, you know what? It's now it's my time. At some point, you gotta be pissed off. You gotta be, enough's enough. It is my time. I know, if if you find yourself like I find myself, quite a few years ago, I said, you know what? It's time to build my company. So you probably can relate to that. I started a business. We wanted to put a restaurant. We bought a building. Then we ran out of cash. Partnerships. I mean, we crashed and burned, man. I mean, we crashed and burned. And originally, I wanted to do an internet business. Because I used to coach soccer for for a living. I used to be a substitute teacher, and there's a lot of there was a lot of moving parts in between. But I knew I had something to teach. So, man, we all have that ability. Either it's a product or an idea. Everything is possible. We just got to find the right people to do so. So testing the software through Russell, ClickFunnels, and man, what a great platform. So I decided to get into it more as far as learning the curves of marketing and advertising, production, and uh, and it took me a while to figure that out. What do I really wanted to do? Start a production company, a media company, an advertising company. Uh, providing content creation, value creation, and media, and all this, this on like numerous ideas. So I'm still in the process of getting the right product. But you know what? At some point, something you just got to do and pull the trigger. And so I started, putting a bunch of ads, not ads, content, and just be myself in YouTube and LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, my LinkedIn page is actually exploding because I've been putting more lives. Doing on Facebook, which by the way you can find me as Unbreakable Rogue on Facebook and TikTok as well, and on Instagram. And I'm going to leave a link on the video so you can find me, and if you find any ideas or something that that I can help you, shoot me an email. You can shoot me a private email, roguelaw888 at gmail.com, ROGUELAW 888 at gmail.com. And so I decided, man, maybe I can help somebody else, to find their niche, their product, through things that I've been through. A couple of years ago, I came across this dude, which it doesn't even. He got divorced and he ended crashed and burned, and he's out of the picture. But I bought his package. I bought his training program. But what I learned it is I knew where the internet business was going. I mean, I said, man, this. But I decided to. I did try with a couple of friends. I was the only one within the group who purchased the product, and I was, we were sitting in a in a living room, practice, create some blogs and try to sell some stuff on Amazon and just create some information products, and that it didn't pan out because we didn't stick to the into the system. I was focusing in something else, and thanks to the COVID-19, I was able to say, I think it's time to to go back to what I was planning to do anyway about 3-4 years ago. And so I started with .com Secrets by Russell Brunson, which is a great book, which I recommend to buy. You can go to his website. It's pretty much he's all over the place. Russell Brunson. The Traffic Secrets and .com Secrets and Expert Secret. I mean, it is phenomenal. So that it led me to another to another set of books that I needed to learn. But the most important thing about it, when I was watching some videos of a lot of people, their library, it is humongous. I mean, they have books and books and books and books. And I decided, that's why actually, my business wasn't going into the right place, because I was not reading enough for my subject. So I start buying books and books and reading and reading and reading. My wife is like, man, why in the hell you getting so many books? Why? Well, because honey, I want to learn. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be learned. We got to improve. We got to update our internal software. We got to do what we got to do. So if you're in that situation that you are maybe turning 40, or in your early 40s, late 40s, and you just, man, your best bet is just creating something on your own, and it's possible. You just gotta pull the trigger. You just gotta do what you gotta do. You got to immerse yourself in reading books. And I'm out of town. I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I'm out of on a trip, working trip. And but it gives me the ability to utilize my time. So right now there's a storm with the past couple of days. But for the next 3 days, I can actually immerse myself into getting to my reading, keep putting my products, content creation, getting my company into the right place. And the reason that and that is going to happen is because I spend a lot of time, on my own. So a lot of time, planning. So I'm in a hotel. I was in a hotel room for a couple hours, and I was okay. I was reading, I was studying, I was taking notes. I was going to tons on tons of hours on hours of content of Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and just like and I just like, there's a lot of things. But one of the things that I decided, quite a few years ago, is that, I started doing lives on Facebook, and which, by the way, you can subscribe to my channel and on YouTube. I'm going to be more active on my YouTube channel. If you subscribe, send me an email, please, so I can send you a copy of my ebook that is called "I Can Spell But I Can Sell," and I need to tweaks and turns. Um, that is that is going, and it is free. I'm not charging anything. It's an ebook, so it's on a PDF file, and so you can just have a piece of my story, a piece of what I've been through, and I'm still learning. I'm still you got to be a student all your life. You got to be a student of life, a student of pretty much everything. It's something that you got to do. You got to keep updating your skills in a daily basis, as far as reading books, writing stuff, but in journaling. I think journaling, it's important. Was important for me. Um, Meditation, working out a lot. When I tell my people my age, they're like, "Really? You look like you were 35, man." So I look almost like 15, almost 20 years younger, 15 years younger than my age. Why? Because I work a lot and I don't drink. We had quite a few beers, 2 days ago, and actually it was kind of too much. And I say, no, no, you know what? I got to do, I got to do what I got to do. You don't have time for distractions. Distractions is a killer, and you're planning for your business. So just send me an email. Subscribe. If you subscribe to any of my on my platforms, please let me know. My contact info, it is on the links, and just send me an email that you subscribe, so I can send you a free copy of my ebook, and so you can just at least have a sense of I feel you, man. We all been through that. We have moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments of, man, what do I do? What the hell that I'm gonna do, man? And it's just like, you know, if you work on construction, or you're a tradesman, and you're at some point, man, you just you got your body's gonna your body can take so much. You can jump like you used to. Like certainly I can drink like I used to. So, a couple drinks, I'm like, that's enough, man. I can, you know. So have a great afternoon. Go help somebody that can never repay you. Hopefully that helps. And shoot me an email. Subscribe to my channel. I am on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and TikTok is a new I mean, fairly new platform, which is a micro content. It's pretty much, what I do is just I'm more like a the motivation, and I have my podcast on Anchor app, which is free. You go, I'm go as an Unbreakable Rogue, which is my brand, and you are an Unbreakable Rogue because you cannot be unbreakable. Once you break, you become unbreakable. You just like go through a lot of things, and you just trial and error. That if you fail, that's okay. You're unbreakable. You're unbreakable. You already break. So that things cannot be broken. You already broke your bad habits, and you just get you got to do what you got to do. And Rogue came from, I used to work for for a guy that I was in my sales process. I have my own method of getting my own clients. Just go out there and introduce myself, and I'm me. But he was too controlling, and he wanted me he wanted to control my sales process. And one of the things that that's one of the things that I became an entrepreneur, because I hated when people would try to control who I need to call and what I need to call, and this limitations. Say, oh, the market is open, you can make as much money, but the way that I was not deceiving customer, I was not lying to customer, I was just doing my own thing, right? So I say, you know what? I'm going to become my own boss, so I can do my own thing. I don't need to ask permission to at what time I need to call my clients, and who do I need to, how do I need to dress, what products and stuff. And so he was too controlling. He told me one day that you're a little bit of a rogue, because sometimes I just didn't call the office and say, well, I mean, what's the point calling the office if I'm in a full-time commission? I got to be on the field selling. If I need something from you, I'll give you a call. If I need a product, if I need maybe a sample, I give you a call. But at the time, I'm outside, I'm on the roll, I'm like hustling, man. I'm out there talking to people. You don't have time for that stuff, man. So he called me the Rogue. So I said, I'm gonna call me the Unbreakable Rogue, and I've been Unbreakable Rogue since then. I think it's a cool concept, and hope you like it. Again, subscribe to my channel. And if you subscribe, please send me an email at roguelaw888 at gmail.com. So once the book is ready, I send you a free ebook with it's free, on my story, and it's going to be amazing. So have a great afternoon. Go help somebody that can never repay you. Check the podcast as well. If you're driving, I have a lot of great content, great value, and it's free. So hey, if you spend in your car driving, I mean, we drove from Ohio all the way to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I mean, it took us about 16 hours. I spent hours, like reading, and I listened to a bunch of podcasts from Ed Milet. And if you find that is valuable, just share it. You can share the YouTube feed as well. And we'll have a great afternoon. Go help somebody that can never repay you. This is Roberto, the Unbreakable Rogue. Boom. Let's do it.